So picture this, you just got off a sales call, it went really well, the prospect says, send me something over. And then guess what? You don't have any automation in place, so you spend a whole hour or two writing a proposal from scratch manually. If this is you need to stop doing this and watch this video, because in this video I'm going to explain how to never send a manual proposal ever again. So let's talk about the context here. So when someone asks you to send them a proposal, that means they are in a buying mode. Okay, they are in a buying mindset, they are open, and they've already told you their problem and they're half sold. I mean, if they are asking you for something for real, they are interested. So every hour that passes after a call, they start cooling down. Okay, they get distracted, they might talk to a competitor, they might have another sales call, etc. So the proposal isn't just a document, it's a follow through on a feeling, on a buying situation. If it's late, generic, or missing key details from the conversation, it's gonna break the feeling. So the manual process, in my opinion, is the worst thing you can do. Instead, I'm gonna be showing you, and I started thinking, what if, we use Fathom for this, so we already have Fathom. Fathom call records transcribes all the conversation, and then we're gonna run that through automatically through a make automation that summarizes the main points of the call, the budget, the scope of work, deliverables, etc. And on top of that, it then goes to a high-level workflow that automatically automates sending the proposal. So here's the workflow at a high level, and I'm also gonna explain it step by step. So the step one is Fathom finishes recording and transcribing the call. The sales call ends, Fathom already recorded and transcribes the call. Then there's gonna be a webhook firing, and that's gonna be catch in make. So make is gonna be catching that. Then it's gonna be routing that to OpenAI. OpenAI is gonna analyze the transcript, and then it's gonna extract 6 structured data points. And then it's gonna update high-level custom fields one by one. Summary, needs, solution, scope, price, and timeline. And then there's gonna be a high-level automation triggered, which then is gonna generate the proposal, and then it's gonna send the proposal. So all of this happens within 5 minutes. So before anything, you need to make sure, and this is a non-negotiable, you need to make sure you have Fathom set up, okay? You need to have Fathom set up. If you don't not have Fathom set up, this whole setup is not gonna work. So you need to have Fathom set up, and your Zoom needs to be connected into the Fathom account. The next thing you need to have a make account, because in the make account, that's where we're gonna be doing the scenario. The make scenario is the automation where everything happens. So I'm gonna explain how this scenario works step by step. The first step that we're gonna do is Fathom, watch new recordings. By the way, if you wanna learn in general how to use make, Zapier, HighLevel, etc., check the description below in my video. I have a community where we meet twice a week to build cool stuff like this. I can even take remote control of your screen and start building in your account. So you don't even have to do the work as long as you come to my calls. So we do 2 calls in my community, okay? 2 calls every week. On top of that, I have 30+ hours of automation courses. I have a bunch of call recordings, more than 100 call recordings on different topics like client onboarding, SaaS, building snapshots, proposal automations, payment automations, invoice automations, conversation AI, etc. So if anything that interests you, check the description below in the video. Going back to the make scenario, the first step is gonna be Fathom, new call recording. So for this, you need to connect your Fathom account. In this case, my connection is already done. I put the webhook name, new Fathom calls, and I select everything that you want. If you want share with me, my share team recordings, I recommend selecting all, because then we're gonna include the transcript, summary, and action items, and then we're gonna filter. So here is the key here. I'm gonna close this because I have it already connected. So there is gonna be a filter here. In this case, my calls that are sales calls, they are called discovery calls. They contain the word discovery call. If it's not a discovery call, it's not that. So I have a filter where the meeting title includes text operator, it contains discovery, or just title contains discovery. I mean, this meeting title is the same, so I'm just pulling up the data from Fathom here. So if you put here title or meeting title, which are really the same thing, it needs to contain discovery call for it to qualify. The next step is an OpenAI connection. So you need to connect your OpenAI. If you don't have OpenAI connected, then first thing is connecting it. So this is the text prompt. You're a senior business analyst and sales strategist. Analyze the following call transcript and extract the most important client information. So this is what we extract: executive summary, client needs and objectives, proposed solutions, etc. And then transcript is right here. So this is the transcript of the call which we get from Fathom itself. Now the next steps is we're gonna use something called Make AI. Okay, so in Make AI, we're gonna using the final structure called summary below, we're gonna extract only each step, like each of the points step by step. So I have one module for executive summary, one module for clients needs and objectives, one module for proposed solution, as you can see here. And the input is the result. So whatever was whatever was generated in the ChatGPT is gonna be the input. And then what Make AI has to do is getting the OpenAI output and selecting the piece of information that I want. That's why I'm doing it one for each. So needs and objectives, proposed solution, scope of work, pricing and payment terms, time frame. Okay, if you don't understand how Make AI works, this is not tutorial on Make AI. You can check my YouTube channel. There is a dedicated tutorial on using Make AI. So the next step is I'm gonna go to HighLevel, search contacts. So you need to connect here your HighLevel account. You need to do an auth 2.0, then log into your HighLevel, select the sub account that you want. And then the query is gonna be the email of the prospect. So the email of the prospect in the calendar invitees, the first email is gonna be the email of the other person. The second email is gonna be yours. So for that reason, the first person, if there's multiple people in the call, we need to find one in the CRM. So we're gonna search by contacts based on the email. What does that mean? That HighLevel in the contacts, we're gonna search the contact that matches the email of that call. For example, my email is christian@testing.gmail.com, whatever. Then HighLevel is gonna search in this contact base that email, and it's gonna determine if it exists or not. So the next step is gonna update the contact as long as the contact is found. So we have a filter here for contacts found. If the contact ID exists, what's gonna happen is we're gonna update a contact with the contact ID. We're gonna update first name, last name, email, phone, all of that. And then we're gonna update the custom fields that we have: pricing and payment terms, the time frame, and we're gonna get the answers from the previous module. So for example, for needs and objectives, where is that? This module, right? Needs and objectives, which is right here, module 4. Then for the executive summary, the proposed solution is module 5, etc. That's how we update it. And we need to make sure we have those custom fields created as long form. So not single line, but multi-line. I'm gonna show an example. So here's an example of a contact that went through this automation. As you can see here, their custom fields are here created as multi-line. So what does that mean? That instead of creating single line custom fields like people typically do, because they might be long answers, we are creating them as multi-line. So the executive summary, as you can see here, executive summary, needs and objectives, proposed solution, scope of work, pricing and payment terms, and then only the time frame, we've created it as single line because it's short. So all of that is updated by this last module, the update a contact. As long as the contact exists, the contact is gonna be updated in HighLevel. So let me give you additional context before we end on how the document templates work. So you need to have a document template already created with all the custom fields. For example here, proposal for contact name, custom field, dynamic. The executive summary is going to be a contact field. Needs and objective is going to be a contact field. Proposed solution is going to be a contact field. Scope of work, contact field. Pricing and payment terms, contact field. Time frame, contact field. So that means that after this automation happens, all these custom fields are populated with the contact and the proposal is going to be ready to be sent. So how does the automation work? Here's a couple of ways to do it. And I strongly recommend at least one of the things, one of the parts to be manual. So you have the option to decide who gets the proposal and who doesn't. So if you wanted every single contact in this call to get the proposal, then what you would do is you would additionally add here in the update the contact. You can add in the tags, you can map here and put send proposal and then save it. Why? Because in the automation that is going to send the document, as you can see here, this automation, there's a tag called send proposal. So whenever the contact tag has the tag send proposal, this document and contract, well, this document, which is the new proposal, this proposal template is going to be sent automatically. It's going to be sent from my user, from Christian Orsos, and it's going to be sent directly through email. And I mean, you can do email and SMS, but for now I'm doing through email. So I strongly recommend that you either put this tag manually, which I do recommend because you might have some instances where some prospects should not receive a proposal. That's why I personally don't add this automatically, but you have the option to add it. So if you want to do everything automatically, add the tag here. By the way, the tag you add in this contact needs to be the same tag you add here. They can be different tags. They can be different tags. Otherwise, if you don't want it, if you don't want to add it here, don't add it here. So let's not add it here. And let's just make sure you add the tag manually to the contact so the proposal is ready to be sent and gets sent automatically. Okay, that's how this automation works. And if you implement exactly what I'm saying, you're gonna save countless of hours every single month. So that is the whole system. It can be a little complex to set up the first time, but once you set it up and once you test it and once you get it right, the next step and over, it's gonna be easy and a walk in the park. And you're never gonna look back, you're never gonna go back to manually writing proposals. I hope this video helps. Subscribe to my channel because I'm dropping at least one new video every single week on automations that actually work.